So welcome back to a spicy Octoberfest, and as I always say, you know what's going to be in this video, so let's get right into it. I made Filthy Frank. I don't want to show it like right now, but yeah, I don't know if you want to call it the Filthy Frank crew, or the gang, or I don't know what you call it, but I made some dank internet memers. And I'm just gonna like show you, that's the stand. I'm gonna show you them each individually, I guess, and then put them back on the stand. And I'll put a picture of them in real life next to them as well. So first off, just gotta start with Chef Maxmoefoe. Yes, there's two chefs. I used to have like 4, but now there's only 2. It doesn't look like Maxmoefoe, but whatever. You can pretend. So we have Chef Idubbbz from Hair Cake, and you know, a nice feature. There he is at the end of the video. I need a wheelchair. I need that city set so I can get the wheelchair. Yeah, but this hairpiece, the Elvis hairpiece, kind of works for him. The next one, it's your host Killer Keemstar. Now this doesn't look like him exactly, especially because he has flesh and yellow, but don't mind that. I made this way because that kind of looks like his head. He's a gnome and he should be in jail, so I think this is a pretty accurate representation of him, even though it doesn't look exactly like Keemstar. Next we've got probably Harry's favorite in this whole entire line. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Scarse. No, this doesn't look, none of these are gonna look exactly like them except for one. I think looks almost exactly like it. But anyway, it's not gonna look exactly like him. Like Scarce's thing was more red in that video. Obviously that's yellow right there instead of flesh colored, but I think this is the best you can do. It has the Ezra head, which actually this head and hair, it's not, I didn't take it from that set, but it actually is the same as with Bruce Wayne. So that's cool, from the 1960s Batcave. And next we've got 2 versions. I made a few versions of each. So version 1 of Anything4 Views. So this is just him in general. I'll try to find a picture that kind of looks like this. This is the closest hairpiece I could find to what he looks like, even though that's not what it is, so it's not too accurate. And then he has like 2007 Qui-Gon. That's like the closest headpiece I could find that looks like him. And obviously all that, he's just pretty greasy. And next up, a pretty dank meme. I have Anything4 Views from Idiot Gets a PewDiePie Tattoo. It's the same thing, but he's yellow, because I didn't have flesh colored that. So like, and his hair is a little bit different because he had shorter hair in that video. I tried to write on with Sharpie, PewDiePie, Brofist, and meme, but it didn't work. And I was gonna write fat guy, but I didn't, so that's another Anything4 Views. Next up we have, sorry, it's just kind of hard to get off. Max at his wedding to Filthy Frank at the end of Human Cake. He's pretty cool, just Han Solo. It doesn't look like him, but you can tell because he's wearing a dress. Next we've got Edward Scissors Hands, Maxmoefoe, so we have 3. This is the last one, and I wanted to do watermelon hands, but I couldn't because I couldn't figure out how to do watermelon, so this is Edward Scissorhand Max. That kind of looks like it. Next, so like these are just like my favorites now. SpongeBob, Ian Idubbbz, and he was like in a Toys R Us, and he looked like that kind of, so I just put his head in a beanie on top of that. And I want to make H3, but it's hard and I couldn't do it. No, I'm just gonna, this is my favorite one, Content Cop Idubbbz, because he's Content Cop, and I just think that's a really cool. This actually made me think of the idea. I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, that's Content Cop, so my favorite. I'm just gonna finish with these 2. We've got one of the better ones, I think. Papa Franku mid-sneeze right there, because that's his shirt. I would have put Ravioli in it, but again, I don't know how. But you can imagine there's Ravioli, because his shirt's like, yeah, pretty like it is in the thing. And he's mid-sneeze, so that's why he's like that. I wanted to do pink eye, but they made no pink eye pink minifigure parts. And finally, we've got Filthy Frank, and it doesn't look like him in the face, but if he's running, then you can kind of see how that would be a thing. So yeah, that's all of them in the stand I made for them. If you like this video, I can do more like these. Not really want to say custom because they're not really, but like, you know, they're internet people, so I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, so here's Harry now, this is Wumbo, and this is the Harry Wumbo show. Hey, what's up guys, it's Scarse.